Welcome to our freetail flight cage. Our freetail flight cage is designed in a racetrack style. This encourages the bats to do continuous flight rather than flying from one side to the other, landing and flying back. That continuous flight is necessary for them to develop enough fitness for release. We have a flat roof. This encourages the use of the whole cage rather than them just flying at the highest points. The centerpiece we turned into a 8 by 4 meter flight enclosure for smaller species that don't require so much space. The flight enclosure is 20 by 24 meters. It's 2.5 meters high at its lowest point and around 4 meters at its highest point. The racetrack itself is 8 meters wide at its narrowest. The flight cage has got an anti-dig brick wall as well as wire mesh on the outside. That is to prevent predators digging in or coming through the sides. The inside is shade net, and that gives the bats a nice soft landing and obviously keeps the bats in. We have swales on the ground to prevent water from pooling after heavy rain. Nice soft sand on the ground. Should any of the bats have any flight accidents while learning to fly, they have a nice soft landing. Our main roost area has canvas on the back and a tin roof. That's to protect from weather. Bat houses for the bats to reside in, and a feeder tray off to the side under the bat houses for water and food bowls. We have a secondary bat roost at the back of the inside flight enclosure, and we've actually got a couple of bats in there at the moment. We have open water. That's to allow the bats to drink on the wing, which is what bats do naturally. We have insect windows. These are made of plastic mesh with holes large enough to allow flying insects through, as well as having some solar lights to attract the insects in. This allows the bats to hunt on the wing. And yeah, that's our flight cage. We are super excited about it. We can't wait to see our bats flying in here. And a huge thank you to everybody who has made this possible. It is an absolute dream come true. We are super excited.